Mayor Palmieri, good morning. Thanks for
Hey.
coming on.
Oh, good morning, Bill. How are you?
Good. So, I guess people wondering what's the status right now of snow removal and all of that. Where are we right now for the city?
We're very fortunate, as we're aware of the fact that Governor Cuomo has stepped up, along with our county executive, that we were in contact consistently during this historic storm. DOT, OGS, everyone, the command center at this point. We're moving forward. The biggest problem we're having, obviously, is getting the vehicles off of the road so we have the plows able to go in there. We've towed over 150 vehicles. We've opened up roughly over 30 streets, intersections that we were unable to get into because of the vehicles. We have our crews out there along with DOT, OGS, and the National Guard. So, again, this was a historic storm. The most snow we received in 15 hours historically. And again, I think when people come together, and that's what we've seen, it's a little bit less burdening. It's very difficult out there. I'm sure there's people that have been frustrated, but we've never seen this type of a historic storm in my lifetime. And I'm a little older than everybody else out there.
I think that's personally a little exaggeration. I've lived here too my whole life, and you're older than me, and I think we've seen comparable storms is what I would say. But
I can't remember that, Bill. I can't remember a storm. Usually a storm is a 2 or 3 day storm. This came down at the average of 3 to 5 minutes per hour. That you can't. There's just no way to keep up with it. And the fact that it was during the hours of operations for everyone, trying to get them. Even we released early in concert with the county executive. We were talking about we released early at 1 o'clock, and there was other companies, industries that were releasing later on.
I certainly get that, and I'll move on. But I'm right now where the day. I mean, there's some wind out there. There's no snow. People are saying some of the streets still have not been plowed. You say that the plows were. This is one of the things that's floating around, and I wonder if this is true or not.
Sure.
That the plows didn't go out until later at night. That they waited for the snow to come down.
Absolutely misnomer.
Not true.
No. Dave Short had them out 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. All right.
Of the morning, yeah. Even before we were out and prepared. We had a meeting, a staff meeting, specifically to go over all these things. I talked to Dave Saturday, Sunday, and also on Monday, because obviously the tracking of the storm indicatively was different than as it turned out to be.
It came to the west a little more, and we got it.
Again, we received over 30 inches of snow, and if you go just a matter of maybe 14, 15 miles to Rome, there's a far difference between it. We happen to be in the bullseye, as Binghamton was, as I believe Hudson Valley, right up the center of the state.
And that snow certainly did come down, and yeah, at 6-7 inches an hour, it's tough for plows to certainly keep up. Joe Marino did criticize earlier this morning, saying he felt you should have been in Utica and not with the governor. Can you respond to that?
I should have been in Utica and not with the governor?
That's what Mr. Marino said. Basically, he felt that there was, I think his quote was, a train wreck in Utica. You should have left it to the county executive. How do you respond to that, and is that political?
Well, I think it's political. Joe Marino is one of the council persons. No matter what goes on, he has a different side to it, and this is not a time to talk about politics. The governor called, spoke with him. He was willing and helping to help out. Roanne DeStito was bringing people in there. He wanted to have obviously a meeting to see what else I needed. He was coming into Rome. How would that have looked if the mayor of the city of Utica, that is at this point has a command center up, which is staffed by Dave Short, who is running this, along with police, fire, and everyone else, not to be there with the governor coming in, who is giving us help, asking me personally, what else do you need? If that's not politics, then guess what? We didn't get a snowstorm.
Okay. And finally, I want to ask, and this was another jab, I believe, that he took, saying that you should have been back at the command center and not riding on the plow or the trailblazer, what's it called again?
Piston bully.
The piston bully.
Yeah.
Respond to that. And why were you in that vehicle?
Listen, I'm a hands-on mayor. I've been a hands-on mayor from day one. We were out there because, you know what, we were getting emergency vehicles away. I physically pushed roughly 10 to 12 different people along with UPD vehicles. I was out there because, you know what, I want to know exactly what's going on at this point. Dave Short was in communication. I talked to the county executive 3 or 4 times that night requesting additional help. We were contacting the tow truck companies because their failure to come out at this point to remove the vehicles so our plows could buy was a major problem. So, again, one thing I'm not going to do at this point, Bill, is I got a command center right behind me in my conference room. I've been in there 24 hours a day. I was on there. I'm hands-on. And you know what? My applause goes out for the members of the DPW, the Parks Department, our Fire Department, and our Police Department, because when you have difficult times, everybody came together. And the most important thing is public safety, making sure we're providing the best services for our people. And that night, as we were digging out a lot of the EMS, utility, their trucks, and at that point. So, yeah, I'm hands-on, and that's what I was doing. I was shoveling where I could help my residents. I couldn't help my residents with a command staff that Dave Short is doing a great job with the police and fire. I was hands-on, communicating back and forth.
And you did get you banged up a little bit, and you're okay, and you were back out in the morning at City Hall.
I was out yesterday morning. I was out Tuesday night. Did I get banged up? Absolutely, I did.
All right. But you didn't go through the windshield. I think that was the initial report that we got. So
let's put it this way. There's a crack in that windshield as we speak.
Okay. Wow.
Wow.
All right. I appreciate it.
Did you have to go to the ER?
Sure did.
Oh, you did go to the ER?
Sure did.
Okay. That we were told you didn't go to the emergency room. So
well, let me reframe that. I didn't go until such time that I felt comfortable with the command staff, reaching out to the governor, and making sure that everything was kind of like together. And,
all right.
And then I went, and then from that point, I came back to the command staff.
Okay. All right, Mayor, I appreciate you taking the time, and I know it's busy right now, and you got a lot going on, and I know there are people that are frustrated.
Let's keep the politics out of it.
Got it. Okay, Mayor.
Glad you're feeling better.
Palmieri.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, got a break.